pose. It's a simple cross-seated position. So if you're not comfortable sitting flat on the floor, you'll want to maybe raise your hips just a bit with a cushion or a blanket, folded blanket or something like that. Just raising your hips just a couple of inches makes all the difference in the world. So we spend the first few minutes of class centering ourselves, coming into the present, let go of any drama, or anything we're holding on to that doesn't serve us. So first of all, take your shoulders, roll them up towards your ears and then down your back. And let's place our palms on our thighs, either with the palms down or up. Down is a gesture of grounding. Up is a gesture of receiving. Go ahead and close your eyes. When we eliminate the sense of sight, we can better tap inward. Let's put a smile on our face, knowing that we are exactly where we're supposed to be right now, doing exactly what we're supposed to be doing right now. And just noticing our environment, conducting a little body scan. And being cognizant of all our blessings. Beginning to cycle our breath deeply and completely, filling our lungs to the top. Then emptying them completely. Noticing with each inhalation, we're able to sit up just a little bit taller. Noticing where our ankles are making contact with our mat. Noticing where our sit bones make contact with our cushion or the mat. Bringing our ears over our shoulders, shoulders over our hips. Bring your palms to heart center. Interlock your fingers and then push your palms away, stretching your arms forward. Inhale, lift. And then exhale as your arms part and drop open until they float down right there in line with your shoulders. And just take a moment and notice how heavy your hands and arms are. Just use this moment to let go of anything you're not supposed to be holding on to. And also opening yourself up to the possibilities. Now let's place our palms on our shoulders with the thumbs behind, fingers in front, as we prepare for angel breaths. On your next big inhalation, draw your shoulder blades towards each other and back. And on your exhalation, maybe touch the elbows together in front. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Angel breaths. Notice how this loosely loosens up your shoulders and also your middle and low back. With your eyes closed, watch the movement. expanding and contracting. Right, coming out to neutral again with your elbows straight out. Let your palms float down to your knees. Roll your shoulders back and down. Moving on to some trunk rotations. So sitting up nice and tall, lean in towards the front of your mat, and with the crown of your head, just make a nice big clockwise circle. And continue on around and around. To coordinate the breath with this movement, we want to inhale as we come forward, exhale as you draw back. Loosening up the middle and low back some. One more time around, and then sweep it around the other direction. Inhaling forward as we expand the chest, exhaling back as we contract. One more time around, and then sit upright. Let's draw our shoulders up towards our ears and then roll them down your back. Pausing here for a moment, lifting through the crown of the head. Broadening through your collarbones. And notice your breath. Nourishing inhalation. Cleansing exhalation. Smile. All right, moving on to cat-cow. If you could rock forward for me. And then if you're on a cushion, nudge it aside. We start in tabletop. So bring your hands right under where your shoulders will be. Your knees under your hips. Turn your toes under. Splay your fingers wide and gaze straight down between your hands. Take a couple of breaths here in tabletop. Then on your next exhalation, arch the middle of the back up toward the sky. Tuck your tail, tuck your chin. Inhale. Arch your back the opposite direction. Continue on with the breath. Exhaling as you come into cat. Inhale into cow. With your eyes closed, watch the movement in your mind's eye. You might want to linger somewhere a little longer than normal, just to kind of work out any areas of resistance. And on your next exhalation, push your hips high and come to down dog with you. Exhale. Allow your head to dangle between your arms. Stretching downward through your heels, lifting through your tailbone. And then walking your feet up until they're between your hands. And just hang out here in forward fold, Uttanasana. Your knees are a little bit bent, maybe. Let your head dangle from your shoulders. Maybe your hands are touching the floor, maybe not. And so before we come up, bend your knees like you're getting ready to squat, and then fan out and up, reverse swan. Inhale, lean slightly back, look up, and then exhale, fan your arms down and around. Palms to heart center, smile. job. Shake your hands out. If you've got some water, take a sip. Moving along. Tandasana, mountain pose. Standing at the head of your mat, the end nearest me. Look down at your feet. They should be, the edges should be, outer edges should be parallel to each other. Maybe if you're not steady with your toes touching, you can widen your foundation and bring your feet apart. All right. Getting ready to come into chair. Stretch your fingers down towards the earth. Nice big breath in as you lift. Lean slightly back and then come to chair. Exhale. Stay here a couple of breaths. If you're taking care of your shoulder, maybe you'll do prayer in a chair. Breathing. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, out, down, and around. Inhale, up. Come to chair again. Exhale. Stay here and breathe. Inhale, stretch up, out, around, and down. One more chair. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Breathe. Inhale, lift. Exhale. And then prayer in a chair. Big breath in. Exhale and sit. Prayer in a chair. Breathe. Notice. Close your eyes and notice. All right, inhale, lift, stretch up and out and down. Come to prayer. Breath in. And prayer in a chair again. Inhale, up, out, around, and down. Twisted chair. Breath in and out. Take your right elbow to your left knee. Twisted chair. Breathe. Inhale back to center. Stand up and out. Around and down. Breath in and out. Now the left elbow to the right knee. Twisted chair. Back to center. Inhale. Up, out, around, and down. Nice. Moving on to Warrior One. So step back with one of your feet. You want enough distance between your feet so that when we bend this forward knee, it doesn't go past the toe. You look down at your feet, your heel in front lines up with the instep of the back foot, and the back foot turns a little bit, toes turn a little bit forward. That allows us to turn forward with our hips, with our shoulders. Bend that forward knee. And then stretch down through your fingers. Inhale, fan out and up. Breathe. Warrior One. All right. Straighten the front knee. And then bend it. Working Warrior One. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. One more. And then stay low with the knee bent. Open up to Warrior Two. So your chest is now in line with the long edge of your mat. Your arms are parallel to the earth. And your palms are turned down. We're going to move this Warrior Two. Inhale. Arms go up. Just brush your palms together. And then exhale, settle back down into Warrior Two. Inhale, reach, stretch, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Stay low. Transitioning to exalted warrior. This front palm turns up. Inhale, look up. That back hand drifts down to the leg behind you. Lifting through your fingertips, looking up. And then on your next exhale, come back to warrior two. The palm turns under in front. Recommit to that bent knee in front. A lot of people straighten it about now. All right. Release your arms, straighten your leg, and then push off that back foot. And we'll do the second side. Remember, step back with a lot of distance between your feet. Check the alignment of your 2 feet and turn those back toes forward so that you can turn forward. Bend that forward knee. Inhale, out and up. Look up. Breathe. Warrior one. Inhale, straighten the leg, lift, exhale, settle back to you. Inhale, exhale. And then stay low, transition to warrior two. Lengthen through your fingertips. Stay with your breath. Inhale up, brush your palms together. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Stay low. Exalted warrior. Turn your palm up. Look up. The back hand goes down. Gaze upward. Back to warrior two. Release the arms, straighten the leg, and push out. Maybe pedal your feet out, shake it out. All right, tree pose. So we're going to bring our weight over to one leg, mostly one leg. Find like a spot on the floor or something to look at in front of you on the floor. First, let's start with our hands on our waistband. We're going to do both sides, so just bring your weight over to one of your feet. Okay, and just begin to ease the weight off of the other foot. Now, the baby tree, you would have your toe making contact with the mat or floor. Okay. Now, if you'd like to go a little more advanced, put the sole of the foot up on the supporting leg. Some days it's easier than others. And then you've got lots of nice options for your arms. You can be a big fluffy tree. I should say your branches. Or you can be up here. You can even be in a prayer position. Keeping that leg wide and open. And you know, trees do blow in the breeze, right? All right, bring that knee forward. You sort of pedal your feet out, shake your arms out. Hands back to your waistband. Let's bring our weight over to the other foot. Let's try something. Splay your toes really wide on the other foot. And then bring your weight over to that foot. And then let's go the other side. You'll probably find one side's easier to do than the other. Focus on that spot on the floor or something on the floor that's not moving. And then bring your knee forward and pedal it out. All right, nice job. We're going to go down to our mat, so if you would please sit down, turn your back towards me. And when you roll down, roll your knees into your chest. Maybe your head and shoulders are lifted off the mat. Maybe they're down on the mat. But just roll your back a time or two. Whatever feels good, and give yourself a little massage. Roll over onto your side and continue over onto your belly, your front body. We're going to move along to our back strengtheners. First one's Cobra Pose. So for Cobra Pose, place your palms on the mat so your fingertips line up with the tops of your shoulders. Bring your legs to touching and bring your forehead onto the floor. Lengthen your body through your crown and through your toes. Cycle your breath. And on the next inhale, just lift upward through the crown of the head, not pushing through the hands. Your elbows are close to your ribs. Nice soft face, soft shoulders. Then on your next exhale, just float back down and turn one cheek to the mat, but keep your hands in place. Bring your forehead back to the mat. Checking your legs, make sure they're close together. Lengthen, inhale, lift. Now, if you'd like to get a little more advanced, you can hover your legs up off the mat. Resist the temptation to push through your hands. Let your low back do the work. Then on your next exhale, float back down. The opposite cheek goes to the mat. Keep your hands in place. Catch a fresh breath. And then bring your forehead back to the mat. On your next inhale, lift. Another nice challenging option is to bend your knees so your heels come close to your backside. On your next exhale, float back down. Your other cheek comes to the mat. Release your arms down by your side. Take a couple of nice deep breaths. Moving on to swimmer. Outstretch your arms towards the top of your mat. Look straight down between your elbows, and then inhale, lift onto your navel center, and then pulse your arms and legs. Squeeze your glutes. Swimmer. And then release your hands back down. Come up into tabletop. And then we're going to transition to extended child's pose. A nice option is to fold your mat so that it's a little more cushioned. Bring your knees to the outer edge of your mat. Settle yourself, your torso back between your thighs, and extend your arms forward. You can place your forehead down on the mat or on your block or your stacked hands. And take a moment just to breathe into that space you're creating. It's a nice counter stretch to the work we've just done.
Yoga2Go.
back upward towards tabletop. Except this time we want to bring our knees to touching. Spread your fingers wide and bring your thumbs to touching. We're moving on to a pose called bird dog. So keep your gaze straight down between your hands. Go ahead and tuck your toes under so your feet are flexed. So let's think about our right arm and our left leg. And on your next inhale, lift them up until they're parallel to the earth. Turn your thumb up. Stretch out through your fingertips and through your heel. And then exhale, bring yourself back down to your starting position. Switching to the left arm, right leg. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. So continue on at your own pace. You can hold the pose at the top, or you can just keep moving with your breath. Bird dog. Keep your gaze straight down. Make this one the last one. All right, sit back and sweep your legs forward. We like to complement those back strengtheners with forward folds. It might be a good time to take a sip if you have that with you. Alright, let's sit up nice and tall. Nice vertical spine. Take your hands right here beside your hips. Flex your feet so your toes turn back towards your chest. And then if you can, slightly lift your heels off the mat. Wow. Takes some core strength, doesn't it? Alright, then let those heels settle back down. You should have a nice good stretch in the back of your legs now. We're going to do a forward fold called Paschimottanasana, means stretching the west. I don't know. I'm not making this up. Take your palms to your thighs. Again, sit up nice and tall. Keep your spine nice and straight as we begin this movement. Inhale, lift your chest, and then exhale. Lead with your heart centered. You glide your hands down the fronts of your legs. Maybe take hold of your shins, your ankles, your toes. And then on your next exhale, just give it up. Just melt. Bringing your chin into your chest. Stay with your breath. Then on your next inhale, just glide your hands back up your legs and roll your shoulders down and back. Okay. Can somebody give me the time? 10:30. All right, our next movement is a twist. So traditional yoga goes in a traditional sequence, and twists come after forward folds. Okay, so sit up nice and tall. Let's take it doesn't matter, one of your palms to the opposite knee. Okay? And once we get into this twist, we're going to be turning that hand in order to press against the knee for a little more assistance in this twist. Okay, so first just take hold of the opposite knee, and then that other hand, you're going to be stretching it out in front of you, lengthening through your fingertips. And keep lengthening through the fingertips as you pan the horizon with that hand, still looking with your gaze at your fingers. Until you can't go any further, then let the heel of that hand float down close to the back, your backside. Fingertips away. Sitting up nice and tall, checking in with that spine. And once you're there, take the hand that's on the opposite knee, turn it so that you can use a little gentle pressure against the knee with the back of that hand. Close your eyes and breathe. And then on your next exhale, just return back to center, unwinding yourself. And then we're going to the second side. So take your opposite hand to the opposite knee. Outstretch those fingers. Inhale, pan the horizon as you watch that hand go back. Let that hand float down so the heel rests close to your backside. Lift up through the spine, nice and tall. Then take the hand that's on the opposite knee. Turn it. Close your eyes and use some gentle pressure against that opposite knee. Stay with your breath. And on your next exhale, return back to center, and let's do a little counter stretch to kind of even things out. Okay? All right, Yoga Mudra, the yogic seal. Take hold of one of your wrists behind you with the opposite hand. Kind of tap into the way you're feeling right now. And then when we come out of the pose, I'm going to remind you to re-tap in and see if you can notice any difference. Okay? Take a big breath in. Exhale and just begin to tip forward. Some folks can actually put their forehead on their mat. I'm not one of those, but some folks can. Or bring your chin into contact with your chest. Stay here, breathing. Inhale and lift slowly back upright. Eyes are closed. And then release the back of the hands to your knees. Enjoy the effects of Yoga Mudra, the yogic seal. Notice any changes. Smile. Moving along, we're going to roll back onto our back. So if you could turn towards me, away from me, and roll back down onto your back. Maybe your knees are into your chest, maybe not. Bridge pose. Let the soles of your feet come down to the mat. Your knees are bent. And if you could see your feet, they'd be about 6 inches apart and parallel to each other. Bring your palms down next to your hips. Thumbs tucked under your hips. On your next inhale, lift upward through the navel center. Pause at the top as you contract your glutes and contract all the muscles of the lower body. And then come down on the exhale, one vertebrae at a time. Continue on. Inhale, lift. Pause at the top. Exhale and lower. So at your own pace, continue on. One more rep. And then bring your knees back into your chest. Roll around, roll your back a little bit. Nice job. All right. The next thing on the list is inversions, and that's when we raise our legs higher than our heart. So, again, place your palms down, thumbs tucked close under your hips. Straighten your legs, and on your inhale, lift one leg at a time or both legs together until your toes are pointing to the ceiling. Now I like to bring my hands a little closer underneath my hips. At this point, it helps me have kind of like a little foundation under my hips. Coordinating the breath with the movement, we're going to point the toes and then flex the feet. So the breath goes like this. Continue on. Next time you point your toes, keep them pointed and just try to make circles with your toes. Actually, it's ankle circles, but you're sort of making, drawing circles with your toes, and then circle around the opposite direction. Inversions are great for circulation when you raise your legs above your heart. All right. Now take your hands, if you've got them closer together, separate them a little bit from underneath your hips. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, slowly return your legs down. And now bend your knees so the soles of the feet come to the mat, and outstretch your arms. Turn your palms up. And just take your calves and sort of windshield wiper them gently from one side to the other. All right, moving along to Savasana, corpse pose. Take your legs and outstretch them. If you've got a little eye pillow or something, you might want to put that over your eyes to block out any light. I'm just going to do a little body scan here. So take your palms and let them float down to your thighs, and with your touch, just completely relax your legs, allowing the feet to part and drop open. And then bring one palm to your belly, the other to your diaphragm, or we call it your solar plexus. And just notice the rise and the fall of these two areas with your breath. Just let a wave of relaxation flow between these two areas. hand that's on the belly, bring it to your heart center. The other one still at your solar plexus. And as you breathe, relax these two areas and the space between them. Relax your rib cage, your hip bones. The hand that's on your solar plexus, lightly bring it to your throat, touch your throat. The other hand still at your heart center. Just allow a wave of relaxation to flow back and forth between these two areas. And now the hand that is on your heart center, place the heel of that hand on your forehead and your fingertips on the crown of your head. The other hand still at your throat. Relax all the muscles in your face. Relax your thoughts. Allow your thoughts to comfortably and effortlessly come and go. Float back down to the earth, beside your hips. Turn your palms upward. On your next inhalation, breathe in serenity. Exhale fear. Breathe in gratitude. Exhale resentment. Breathe in harmony. Breathe out bitterness. Inhale calm. Exhale, anxiety. Breathe in courage. Exhale, fear. Breathe in balance. Let go of whatever doesn't serve you. Allow your breath to guide you and to serve you. Once you steady your breath, you steady your mind, and once you steady your mind, you steady your actions. Through the course of your day, if you ever feel anxiety or like you're harried and can't take it anymore, always come back to your breath, your true center. So begin to move about, reawakening yourself. Roll onto your side and let your hands help and assist you up into a comfortable, upright seated position. Sukhasana, easy pose. And we'll finish up class today like we started, with a smile on our face, being cognizant of our blessings. May the universe be filled with peace and joy, love and light. May the light of truth overcome all darkness. Victory to that light. Allow it into your life. Shine it out unto others. May everyone have peace. Namaste. Thank you for coming.
Okay.